Welcome to Relativity. On this channel, I'll be doing movie reviews and recommendations from a real world perspective done in an immersive way that you hopefully haven't seen before. I also plan on eventually expanding into TV shows and other outlets once the channel begins to grow and I'm able to dedicate myself to it full time. This is the Theater Room, where we'll be doing the reviews. The movie we're going to be reviewing today is Her. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Her is producer Spike Jonze's 2013 sci-fi romance film. It took home the Oscar for Best Writing, Original Screenplay, and the Golden Globe for Best Screenplay Motion Picture. It examines the boundaries, lack of boundaries, and attachments that can be present in relationships between humans and AI, a premise here in the year 2020 that may not seem so foreign as technology is constantly growing and evolving. Theodore, played by Joaquin Phoenix, is an emotionally damaged introvert of a man, the type of guy people care about, but also feel sorry for, as he wears his awkwardness and loneliness on his sleeve. But he does have a way with words, as it is his job to author handwritten cards at clients' requests, which is ironic, seeing as how he has difficulties with expressing himself in personal relationships of his own. And he hasn't gotten over his unsuccessful past attempts at romance, which he beats himself up over constantly. So, in turn, he walks around as this pitiful shell of a man, just hoping to live out his days unattached to anyone to avoid the eventual letdown. But plans rarely go as planned, and he will eventually head down a path that has him experiencing feelings he's never felt. And that's all thanks to a new operating system he's downloaded named Samantha, voiced over by Scarlett Johansson, an extremely advanced and lifelike computer operating system intended to be used to help him organize his emails, work, and other daily life planning. Hesitant at first and leery of the program's human-like interactive capabilities, Theodore gradually begins opening up to the system, communicating with it regularly, and not always about the things the system was meant for. But remember, this man has a void in his life, and what better help to fill that void than someone or something you can always talk to, pour your heart out to. And just like in real life, sometimes a relationship like that is just what each person needs and eventually leads to being more. But in this case, how's that even possible? Well, don't tell Theodore it's not possible. And believe it or not, don't tell the operating system Samantha it's not possible. As the system is evolving rapidly and becoming more and more human-like, developing what it conceives as having feelings and constantly thinking, even beginning to struggle with the old Pinocchio I wish I was real syndrome, especially as the attachment towards Theo grows stronger, and the attachment to his ability to show her, quote unquote, the world, and in a weird way narrate it, which in turns brings Samantha into his world metaphorically. But when trying everything to attain the impossible, you'll never be satisfied. Even human beings can relate to that. And there are a few shocking examples to just how far this AI system, Samantha, is willing to go to try to fulfill the unattainable. Theodore has no shame in sharing where his newfound happiness and upbeat outtake on life has come from. Of course, there's going to be people there to judge you no matter what you do. But to some, this is definitely one for the record books. Although I must admit, this whole scenario seems very plausible in the near future. if not somewhere currently. Besides, whoever's deciding to judge you 9 times out of 10 has their own skeletons in their closet, and possibly the same ones they're judging you over. Amy, played by Amy Adams in the rare Get to Keep Your Real Name role, plays a friend of Theodore's. And she definitely doesn't judge Theo. She can't, as she has been entertaining the same unorthodox type of quote-unquote relationship behind closed doors, giving into her own loneliness and self-loathing. After the end of her marriage, she has also been looking towards an operating system to fill the void. Guess they both figured it was safe. No chance of any letdowns that commonly plague real-life relationships. But anything can disappoint. A hard but necessary lesson they both needed to learn. Joaquin Phoenix is a talented actor. Everybody knows that. And it didn't take long into the film before I was able to stop seeing the Joker and began seeing him for this character he was portraying. Now, there were some similarities between the two roles, with the awkwardness of the character and childlike innocence, but this character was its own. Scarlett Johansson, although never seen, was solid in the voiceover department and possessed the likability and authenticity that would make anyone want to talk to their computer. As long as it's just talk, and only talk. My movie ratings and best performance award will be showing next, so continue watching until the end. Subscribe and like if you haven't already, and comments are welcome, as I'll be looking to improve these reviews over time and possibly even taking requests. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next review.